lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhangers.
Love it. I just love it.
to get at the people who was talking smack, talking about you had the baby for a check. I don't know. I'm not in that situation. I don't know a lot of women who just have babies for the check. Once the baby gets inside of you and start growing, usually you get a little attached to it. So at the end of the day, it's not right for people to say that kind of stuff. And I think that, being in her situation, having, I guess, the attachments that she has, the fact that she started coming for people in dirty bonnets and cloth seats. I didn't even know cloth seats was a cheap thing. I was like, well, dang.
I mean, some cloth is pretty good.
You got to get some.
I'm probably
you get that leather up in your car. Otherwise, you on the low part of the totem pole. Get that leather in your car.
I mean, I don't think either one of them are the brightest out the bunch.
I mean, just go right for it. Just go right for it, sir.
But I think the real person that's losing out the situation is the child.
Is the child, yes.
Absolutely.
Because that's something that will always be out there. If people were saying, oh, your daddy didn't want you, he didn't even want to deal with you, he was throwing the money up immediately, so he wouldn't have to have any parts of it. That's sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, very good point.
I do agree with that point. The child is the one that loses the most.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
Past that.
Right.
And here, folks, is where they
had a moment of silence for the baby.
Yeah. Moment of silence. I mean, she took one on the video, but yeah, moment of silence for the baby. Because they don't deserve that. They didn't ask for it. They're literally placed in a situation they can't help. Again, past that. If we going towards her situation, we can't help how it apply. That's for one. Now, I agree with Monique like I did before, and like how she was spitting. Hey, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of situations you can go ahead and go tit for tat and be like, hey, I got the better end of the stick versus you, big dog. You better shut up.
Right. Do you want to cry in a Honda or do you want to cry in a Rolls Royce?
Exactly.
Because, okay, this a full that's a full body shot right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Don't
do that. We on cameras. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Shit. Go ahead and get that lady her credit.
But that's the other part to Mark's point though.
But
to Marcus' point
though, it's like you got putting a Barbie doll together.
You could, but let's not act like this the crazy part.
I wouldn't even know what to do with it.
Exactly. That's the crazy part about putting the Barbie doll together, or to get your novelty action figure or something like that. It's something everybody won't still.
Right.
And it's on the market, so it got value.
I don't know what's gonna pop. I weigh a lot. I don't know if I lay on you, put my head on your titties, I'm gonna leak out. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
But still, so it's like
it look good. It does.
Would you rather cry in a Honda or a Rolls Royce or something
with
like
leather
that?
Seats.
But we got to know why. You also got to admit though, you know what you did to get in that Rolls Royce.
That part.
Same thing.
Come on, Mo.
No.
Come on, Mo.
We do not give enough credence to that. As well as
helicopter in there, little cowgirl in there.
Did she just say helicopter?
Yeah, she did.
Man, but you got to be realistic. What do you expect? How old is in the Edwards? 24, 25?
I think
something like that. He's still in his
26. 26. What do you expect out of 26-year-old star of the NBA making millions and millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Like, let's be realistic.
He's gonna go with what he sees first.
No, what is presented to him?
It ain't like they started.
Because I'm pretty sure it was presented to him. She ain't
She served herself on the platform.
Hello.
Exactly.
Hello. Help me
Nice.
somebody.
Good food.
I mean, my God. Hey, don't need no seasoning or nothing.
50 flow.
Can't prepared. Pre-cooked. All you gotta do is reheat it, boy.
Take it out of the package. Take it out of the package.
Oh yeah. Man, shoot. And then he NBA. Bro, I just got done beefing with Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. As tough as it is. A 26-year-old after he told you out front. You know what? You're not, hey, I mean, bro, I ain't even to be here. I don't even want to do it. I don't want to be here. He told you that from jump, though. As messed up and nasty work it is. You is not getting me defending it. Because you still went, even though you said you didn't want to have no baby, you still went and procreated with old girl.
That part.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to defend it, but he was upfront with his nastiness. He was upfront.
Time the hell out. Did she just say that Did the host just say?
The host said
The host said
no control.
He had no control.
She had no control.
Okay, she had no control.
all the
What?
control.
She had no control of him. What?
Shooting it up.
The hell?
What's she supposed to do?
Okay, she ain't do that.
Make him wear
And she ain't do that little helicopter you was talking about.
No,
Huh?
that's the entertainment of it all, but that ain't got nothing to do when it's time to actually procreate. She does not have the resources or the materials that allow a baby to be.
They call eggs. They call eggs.
All right. Well, she got an egg, but she ain't got the stuff that go into the egg, so it ain't her fault. Why are we? That goes
like
what the hell is she talking about?
I don't like that.
Why are we holding the woman accountable for getting pregnant? Like
everybody.
The woman doesn't get herself pregnant. I don't care what nobody say. Sorry, it doesn't happen like that.
Both of them are just as much accountable.
Right. It takes two for sure. And that's why it takes two to actually financially responsibly.
Okay, so
but she don't
in this
get
case, it's
herself
just
pregnant.
Anthony Edwards.
No, I'm saying because clearly she got the baby.
I don't even know. I mean,
You don't even want to
I
be
was
there.
a biology says I don't even know how to even anatomy. I don't even know what type. Look,
You know how anatomy works then.
obviously, I guess.
Right.
Did you flunk it?
I did not.
I ain't been
You
talking
sure?
to mine. I know I flung mine.
I'm just
I had it.
saying.
I paid the most.
So you
attention.
telling me
I
that
paid
this
the
woman-
most attention in anatomy. Most attention.
So you telling me that this woman didn't do anything, didn't entice, didn't arouse, any of that?
Well,
She didn't have
clearly
nothing to
she's
do with that.
Enticing and she's arousing.
Okay, to look at that's nice,
Right.
but you gotta do something else.
Right.
Okay, you cute.
She
You beautiful?
participated in the act.
You got the little
But
nice
she
voice
did
on
not
and you're
impregnate
talking like
herself.
this. And she's saying, and you know, and all that. Okay, what else you got? What else you got?
That's it.
The
She-
hell?
She did not impregnate herself. Period. Point blank. I don't care how you slice it. A woman does not get herself pregnant. It does not happen that way. Take it up with God. It's above me.
Did you just say take? Okay,
It's above
all right. I'll do-
So
when I
let
get up there,
let me ask you this, Mo. So
Yes.
do you think there are women out there that trap men?
No.
No.
Because
No.
because he has a part to play. And he can easily
No, I'm saying women sole intention is I want to get a baby by this guy.
okay, so yes, there are women who attempt to trap men, and there are some who are successful in trapping them. There's a lot of women that are not in our culture that are groomed to go after athletes, right? And some that's in our culture, but we ain't talking about them. Bottom line is that yes, I can say that there are some women, but that doesn't make it every woman, and that doesn't mean because there's men out here who trap women too.
Okay.
I see that all the time. Hell, I was trapped. I wasn't a
Oh,
millionaire,
my
but
God.
okay, that's the point. Bottom line, there's men who trap women, and the man has a lot of control over the situation. And I don't appreciate how a lot of times women are getting the blame for having the baby once the baby was inserted. We don't insert the baby ourselves.
Okay, so can I ask a question? And I don't mean to sound insensitive, but why would she have a body like that? Because that body wasn't just out the womb. So why you got all that going on? That
So you're saying that the
body?
only reason why she went and got this body was so that she could entrap the man with a baby?
Hell, it went to look in the Walmart damn mirror at herself every day.
It might be.
The hell.
It might be too.
The hell
you
it
know,
was not.
To period.
Come
When
on
you look
now.
at it, you feel good.
I was with
And-
you, Reese, but I can't get on that.
Right.
Okay,
Not
no,
every
I'm on
woman
it.
who
I'm
gets
on
the
it.
body is out there to try to pick up a man so that she can trap him.
I'm not.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
get that
saying
type
that
of
she's not
surgical
trying to trap them. I'm not trying to say that.
Self-confidence is for other
But,
women. It's
Okay,
for
then. But when
clout,
you
it's
that
for a lot of
fine, when
things.
you get to a point where you that fine, your standards go up here.
Absolutely, as they
Okay,
should.
then. As it should.
but to her point though, because she's not too far off. I'm
Shit,
still riding
She
with Mo.
paid thousands of dollars.
But
for
I
this
would give her the
body.
benefit of the doubt if she didn't already have a baby by little baby.
That's where it get muddy with her, because as far as like the body and the stuff that she does got going on, when you get accustomed to what you probably did the work for, or maybe paid for, or whatever it is that you can account for, after you start seeing the benefits, yeah, you're gonna start trying to be accustomed to what you get accustomed to now. We already seen you do this with somebody else. And
So
it's chronicled. We see how it goes because she was going back and forth with Lil Baby. This ain't her first time in the news, which is why I kind of looked at it like, oh, this some BS. This some BS. Because as well as you are trying to get past it, I remember when Lil Baby and you was going off back and forth and you had the Instagram live, and then I'm forgetting the other artist that was with it because you were going back and forth with them. Like I said, you got a track record.
Right. This ain't your first rodeo.
This ain't your first rodeo. And if we can go back to that, as well as we find out you with another big timer, stop it. So and you got young.
So is she supposed to ward off all of the big names that come her way? She's supposed to be like, nah, you got a name. I don't want to mess with you. No, you famous. Oh no, you're a successful athlete.
Well, let me put it like this then. Let me put it like this. Would you have sympathy for me if, and it's probably going into y'all's actual topic, but would you have sympathy for me if I moved around acting like the world did me dirty? If I was entertaining one girl, whether she was high value or not, got kids by her, yada yada yada, and then I move on with another girl, and would you have sympathy for me if they are both situations are similar to each other? And I chose it again. Would you have sympathy for me? Would you be like, oh man, would you really sit there and listen to me complain about how these girls are doing me and how I got child support with 2 baby mamas and 4 different kids? No. Would you really be sympathetic for me?
No, because your titties ain't done yet.
I haven't broke no habit. Exactly.
No. I was gonna say, we don't have sympathy for Nick Cannon. We don't have sympathy for Cam Newton. We do not have sympathy. You're right. So I don't think she was looking for sympathy.
She was in a whole moment.
She was just saying, stop talking about my kids because y'all out there busted. And y'all ain't got what I got going on. I mean, I don't think she was looking for sympathy. I think you made it clear when you said, would you rather cry in a Toyota or in a Rose?
Yeah, but you can't complain how they're viewing you when you got in that Rose. And how you paid for the rose, dude? You a leasing. You feel me? You were renting that rose. At least earn the rose.
She earned it just fine when she was doing that helicopter. Well, that'd be great.
But you just said that she ain't do nothing, man. Didn't she just say she didn't do nothing?
She did the helicopter.
Audience,
she probably did.
Audience and people, put in the chat. Yes or no? Did she just say the woman ain't do nothing? Yes or no? Yeah,
I almost see she did not get herself pregnant.
Thank y'all so very much.
But it said she did not get herself pregnant.
We don't know that. We don't know what she was whispering. Is there?
I know, right? That dang on turkey base.
Like Leonard Rose, we don't know. She was making she was twirling.
Boy, that's funny.
That helicopter something else, but.
Man.
Shouts out to you, girl.
How do you know, girl? How you know that helicopter something else? You
know, it ain't gonna be no $1 million baby daddy. I tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. That isn't all for the entertainment news.
So she trying to say she went on. You went on the helicopter. You was on Spirit.
Back then, I must have been on the Amex or what?
No. What's the one that got shot at? American Airlines.
American Airlines.
Baby, the Greyhound, some dang on well. Like,
oh man, I'm sorry.
He said the Greyhound.
I still had her up in the air. She just downgraded herself to ground transportation. Her up in the air.
Please do Subway.
Golly. Now in other, what we got going on next, nephew?
No. That's all. That's all.
Okay,
for the
this is
news. Man.
Facts. Okay.
So let's talk about a little bit about the topic because this goes right into it. Actually, today's topic is all about accountability. Ooh. Yes. Who is accountable versus let's even back it up a little bit and say, what does accountability mean? So I'm gonna ask my special guest, since you new here today. Welcome to the JLS, aka the Thursday Mix.
All these acronyms and everything, all these different things.
I was gonna say it's TTM, but we ain't gonna do that.
TTM, what the hell?
TTM on the JLS and the LIM.
Thursday Mix Thursday.
What the? Okay. Oh, excuse me for those that went to public school.
Marcus, Marcus, darling, tell me, what is your definition of accountability when we talk about relationships?
I view accountability as acknowledging and accepting the role that you played in certain situations.
Okay, so owning it.
Right.
Absolutely. Owning it versus playing the blame game, shame game. Reese, what you say?
Well, ma'am, thank you for tagging me in. What I think is accountability. Taking ownership.
Yes.
Yes, taking responsibility for those things you do either right or wrong.
That's right. And you know that things can go very right in relationships and they can go very wrong in relationships. So it's good to own whatever part you play. I like to say this. There's accountability in everything. So no matter what happened, whether you got your heart broken to the core and a person did you wrong, we still have some accountability in that situation, right? If the person was a cheater and they were dirty, I have to be accountable enough to say, well, how long did I really know? And how long did I stay? Did I make the right decisions? Because especially women, Marcus, you can tell me if men have the same type of sentiment, but a lot of times we can kind of feel when something's going wrong. They call it intuition. We got a sense that things ain't right. And sometimes we go on a lot longer than what we should have went on. And
let me chime in just a second on that. So you said y'all have intuition on when a man's cheating and whatnot.
Or something ain't right.
Okay. So let me ask this. How come y'all's intuition never flares up when the man isn't happy? It's always it's always when the man is cheating, but it's never, popping in your head, spidey senses when the man is unhappy.
And
My God,
because there are times when I feel like your intuition does tell you things ain't right. And you may be saying, well, what's wrong, baby? Talk to me. What's wrong? What's wrong? And in his mind, he like, I ain't gonna tell you because you're supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? So
wait
that's one scenario.
Give me the shoulder action again. Do that one more time.
I ain't gonna tell you. You supposed to know. But that's one scenario. And then there's times when a woman ain't asking no questions. She like, shoot, my bills paid. I ain't worried about him. He mad, but I don't care. I'm going to bed. Put this bonnet on. So you're right. There's times when she may not be studying him. But I do think that that's an accountability too. Because when he starts cheating or if he just decides to go on and leave, you can't be blindsided. You can't be acting like, I had no idea. Because the truth is that you knew things wasn't right at one point in the situation. Whether you wanted to admit it then or not. You knew some things wasn't right.
Right.
So guess what it mean?
What it mean?
Guess what it mean? So you choose what you're gonna let your intuition, your little spider senses pick up on.
Absolutely.
So before I start cheating, because you ain't obviously doing what you need to do, you're not really. You are not fulfilling my needs. You gonna sit there and say, "Well, I don't care anyway because my bills paid, nails done. I got this little dirty bonnet on and everything. I'm gonna
he gonna get this sweat filled bonnet.
Nobody
with the moo
that and that moo
and the moo.
Somebody else with the moo. Somebody else know what the moo is. Thank you.
For the record, I don't go to sleep in a moo and a bonnet, but that ain't the point.
But nonetheless, you wait until the person decides that we had enough and we go out there and do something else. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you want to talk about your intuition.
And I think that goes both ways though. Honestly, I think that same thing. If a woman is telling a man all of the things that she's not happy with, he could easily ignore it and be like, well, I work every day. She get this, her bills are paid, same situation. And he'd be like, she'll be all right until she starts hanging out late and not coming home and all of the things. And then it turns into, well, what happened? I thought we were good. You ain't thought we were good. It's the same situation. We all have an obligation and accountability to make sure that we're tuning into our partner. Right or wrong. I ain't saying nothing. No lies.
I'm gonna let you have that, Marcus.
No lies.
I unleashed the Kraken. Go ahead.
So let me, on that last tidbit where you say he was, working late or whatever. I have found that women, it's a hard juggle with women when it comes to spending time and doing things to bring their income in. It's like y'all want the time.
True.
Okay, we give you the time, and then y'all want the money.
The money.
We out here getting the money, but then we out here getting the money, and then y'all have something to say about us not spending time with y'all.
Right. I want to go on vacations. So you gotta go work
with a dirty moo-moo. You want to go on vacation with a dirty moo-moo and bonnet.
I'm gonna bring the moo-moo to vacation.
Well, thank you.
You gotta get there.
Thank you.
But the bottom line is that you're right, Marcus. I want to go on vacations at least twice a year, and I also want you to be home. So how you gonna balance that?
You can't. You can't do both.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
That is the sentiment of a lot of women, and that's me being accountable on behalf of the ladies, because it does seem a bit, it seems a bit just too much. Like,
Selfish, maybe.
I wouldn't call it selfish.
Entitled.
I would not call it entitled. I would call it a little bit like, you want the world. And that's the thing that we get a bad rap for, ladies. It's like, oh, y'all just want everything. You want this, you want that, you want this, you want that. And I mean, a little bit of that is true.
A little bit?
Right.
Clock the entitlement. I mean, clock the accountability.
Oh,
guys.
I'm so glad she used the word.
In the words of the great
Not
Bobby
the entitlement.
Womack, I can't be two places at one time.
Shut up. Where's the liquor? Where's the liquor when you need it? My God.
But that's the problem that we do. We want to do vacations. We want to have you here with us. We want all of the things. So
my question is this, Mo. Real talk. For real. All jokes aside. If you want all of that, what are we asking for in return? And why is it so hard for us to get what we're asking for in return?
what are you asking for in return? Please be.
Not a dirty bonnet.
Okay, what else?
Not always a moo-moo.
Okay, what else?
Hell. Go on, Marcus. Come on, because you count with me. Come on.
So
help me
come
out.
to bed naked and no bonnet. Got it. What else?
Did you just say got it?
Check. Check and check.
Keep me fed.
Oh, okay.
Shut your dang
Cook
mouth.
up a good meal. Check.
I mean,
No
yeah.
drama.
Nope. Hello.
So drama. When you say drama,
Oh shit.
don't. Now,
No, I got you.
Yeah, you got done for us.
Keep the nagging to a minimum.
oh, okay.
Please.
So I can't
Because
nag.
men, we already going through hell out here in the streets. We don't want to go through hell at home.
Why does everybody say that?
Because it's the damn truth.
We're going through hell in the streets too. Nobody cares about a black woman's hell.
No, because you already make.
My bad. I had to find.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I'm gonna answer that question real quick, Mo, before you go anywhere.
Go ahead.
Before you go anywhere. You just said that the reason why is because y'all already come with your own demands. We don't come with no demands like that. Our demands are very, very damn simple.
when we go onto the street,
us
there's
fed.
demands of us.
Okay, but you gonna tell me what it is that you need when you come home. You already gonna tell. I need 2 vacations. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. We don't do that. I don't come home with a bunch of demands. The hell, the shit that I want, we
everybody's
should
got-
already know. When you're in a
Everybody's got some
relationship,
demands.
you got to be intimate. Hello.
Yes.
You want it to be, have a little flavor to it. I mean, my gosh, what happened when you got me? You came
Yes.
up here with
Comfortability.
Yes.
that's the next topic. You came up there with your Victoria's Secret on, then your secret told on you, went to Walmart, found that shit in the pack, and decided that was supposed to make me happy. That's not gonna make me happy. I don't want to see that.
So you telling me 10 draws for $10?
I don't want to see your
That
period
don't make
draw.
you
That's not what I
happy?
want to see. And I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if that's this. What's the
10
thing
draws
called
for
again?
$10.
What is it?
You
What's
should
it
be
called?
thanking me for that.
Ma'am,
budget.
what is this called?
This is the straight shooter.
Where the straight shooter gonna shoot my shot.
The straight shooter is definitely a straight shot to the tongue. In case you guys have not can tell, it's definitely
Well, I
a
can tell.
strong drink, and it's definitely gonna make you.
It's definitely
shoot
sneaking up
straight.
on me.
Oh, we finna get it. But am I right? Am I right on what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask
Yeah,
you:
for sure.
why is it that men? It seems like men are not held accountable until later in life, but women are held accountable right away.
What you mean?
So,
we
it-
held accountable every day.
I think it's the
Right
reverse.
away.
Yeah.
So, in example, the story we just talked about with the young lady was saying, "Hey, I have this baby. This is what's going on." We're, as a woman, being held accountable immediately. Oh, well, you shouldn't have had the baby. Why you have this baby? Why you out here having babies? As if, again, we pregnate ourselves. But he's not
Wow.
held accountable until later, to when that child becomes whoever he becomes, and it's like, well, my dad was never there. Now the dads have to come to the forefront and be like, well, I didn't know your mama did this and your mama did that. They go to telling all the stuff that your mama did and didn't do. Oh, I don't appreciate it.
Now, I will say
man.
this when it comes to the child of responsibility, mostly. Well, people view the responsibility falling mostly on the woman. But in
Mhm.
relationships, I think what you said is reverse.
Okay.
The women come with their demands right in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
I want this, and that. And
Mhm.
then later on, the men, basically tell you, what you're lacking in. And
So you're saying that she'll tell him up front, hey, you're not holding your weight. You're not doing what you're supposed to do as far as providing for us. Or
and we kind of give y'all grace.
We have to. Because I can't use that same terminology with you. Like you just said, give me an example of what you just said. You said what now?
So if you're not providing for the home, right?
Okay, so you gonna come and tell me that you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. If I came with the same energy, it's a whole problem.
If you come,
it's a whole. What you mean? I don't do this. I got kids. I wash your dirty drawers.
Right. And then they gonna label you sassy.
There you go. And then that little half little monkey that you give me, I'm not gonna get that now because now you're mad. Shit. That little half piece of monkey you give me. I don't even have that no more because now you're mad.
It's giving sassy.
It's giving sassy.
The monkey you've been gifted on Christmas and Valentine's Day. Oh, man.
You either want yours or the jungle. You want
it ain't the whole monkey anyway. It's like a little half a piece of monkey you gonna give me. You know that you holding. Yeah. Man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh Jesus, that was too funny. but I do think that some parts of what Marcus just said is true when he says that, you know, in the relationship, a lot of times we are going to look at the man first because he's the head, right? He's the leader. He's the one that's supposed to create the atmosphere of the house. He's supposed to set the standard of the house. So if things are not on for whatever reason, they're off. It always goes to the leader first.
They ain't in everybody's relationship. That's a facade.
So I'm glad you said that though, because
you'll be agreeing.
That should be the standard though. With who's ever the head of the household is the person who leads out.
Okay, what you saying that? I want to ask you this: why do a lot of women believe in happy wife, happy life instead of happy spouse, happy house?
Well, I do agree. I love the term happy spouse, happy house, but I know that a woman does create a lot of the mood of the home, right? So if mom's not happy, the children aren't happy. 9 times out of 10, dad's not happy. If he's keeping quiet and he goes into his man cave, some kids don't care. But if mom is upset, crying, you know, feeling some type of way, normally she's gonna not only take it out on the kids, she's gonna be fussing and cussing. She's not gonna be in a great mood. She's not gonna be smiling. She ain't gonna make the cookies everybody like. It's just gonna be sad for everybody. Damn it.
So you said the man is the foundation of the relationship in the house.
Come on now.
Oh yes, Marcus, come on.
So why wouldn't his happiness be just as equal importance as the woman?
How does Shonda Galant?
I thought where he was going with this, but you know what? I ain't even mad at you, Marcus. I agree. Honestly, I do. I 100% think that a man's happiness matters. You know, black men matter, right?
Is that a tagline? Like, what, black men matter.
But ain't no but to it. It ain't no opposite end of it. Everybody should be trying to please everybody in the home, and that's why I say it's accountability in everything. And as a woman, I'm very accountable. I will say that to my other women, if you're out there causing discord in your home, you need to get it together. You need to do better. And I think that communication is key, but both people got to be willing to communicate and listen. A lot of times we go to communicating, but we just trying to get our points out, and that's not cool.
Yeah, communicating is not telling me what you want me to do. Because I'd be damned. You come to me like that, I ain't doing a damn thing you telling me to do.
Look at you. Now you're not communicating effectively because you're not listening. And you're not being willing.
I don't care. You didn't come to me correctly. Come to me correctly.
So what has come to you correctly? Now?
Don't have on no dirty no dirty damn body.
She can even talk to you.
Well, you really.
I'm saying dress up like this woman over here. Just dress up. Gonna talk about some doggone Section 8. Do that. Put your eyebrows on and come and talk to me.
Well, I'm a firm advocate. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
How you say it. Exactly.
Agreed. So come to me naked with your eyebrows done.
I didn't say naked, Mo. I didn't say naked.
Well, you keep saying no moo-moo. So what's up under the moo-moos? That's what I'm just saying.
Put some clothes on that look worth something. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
She doing
man.
you a favor. by not
Meet
putting
me
her
at the
clothes.
dinner table. Let's talk about this while you cook me a meal. We'll talk about it. And then after that,
Right.
You might get something that
Marcus said he
you may
agreed.
like.
Right. Look good for me and like how you be going out for girls' night out. So.
My
okay.
God.
Okay. Ladies, I hope y'all taking notes because hey, the panel is speaking today, right? Okay, let me ask you this. So we talking about accountability. Why is it that, and I ain't gonna say why, let me go back so I can rephrase it. What does accountability look like coming from someone who's more experienced? Do we get that? And do we receive that? So here's an example. If I'm not married and I'm just going into this relationship, I'm about to be married. All my friends are married. These are the people who are experienced, right? So should I be listening to their advice about what it is to be married?
Hell no. No. Everybody,
you're assuming that they're giving bad advice?
Everybody marriage, everybody relationship is not built the same. Now, if you go into a conversation and understand that rule, okay, listen all day. But don't bring that back here. Don't tell me that another stud named Christopher Watkins do X, Y, and Z. I don't give a damn what they do. I don't give a damn what little Chris do. I don't care.
Okay.
Because that ain't me.
I'm gonna say this: if you have a large group of married friends, first you need to get the opinions of the women in the relationship and the man, and just get a general grasp of what their different dynamics are, and just find out what works for you.
Okay, so you basically saying look around and see if their relationships is anything that you want for yourself,
right?
Because everybody's relationship ain't a mirror of what you want. That's true. Some people love that fighting, fussing, and cussing. They love that stuff because they think that it makes for great makeup sex later.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been toxic before. I have been toxic before.
Trust and believe,
I loved every minute of it.
Raggedy behavior, and I do not subscribe. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
That's a raggedy behavior. I ain't finna be out here cussing and fussing at me and think we finna go home. And no, that was not foreplay. Sorry, but
hey, if you put the helicopter on me, we may have a problem.
You ain't gonna get no helicopter like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You can't hold back the half a monkey if you feel some kind
of okay. So I guess, and here's another part of it, because it's especially for men, and this is me getting on my soapbox. For a man, a lot of times they say that you have friends that are just like you, or either the ones that are influencing you. So if you're around a bunch of single men, if you're a married man, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be influenced one way or another. So are you the one influencing them, or are they influencing you?
So you're saying birds of a feather flock together.
And there's some assimilation. I think association brings on assimilation.
Oh, look at her.
And so I do believe that
anybody got a dictionary?
Somebody's going to influence the other person. And if y'all are out here, y'all dealing with all the women, your friends are attractive, or all of them are cheaters, because they may not even be single. They could be very much in relationships, and they all cheaters. So if I know all your friends and I know all of them cheaters, I done hung around with the side chicks. I'm sitting over there. I'm the only one that's the married woman amongst all the friends and they side chicks. Now you think I'm not going to think for 2 seconds that my man ain't side chicking it up when I'm not around?
Okay, you mind if I tag in real quick on that? You mind?
Come on.
I'm gonna let you.
Go ahead, Rich. You got.
Okay, so let me tell you this much right here. This is how I feel. I don't know how nobody else feel, but this is how I feel. The stud in the building. This is how I feel. I don't give a damn if I'm hanging around serial killers. If you keeping me happy at home with half of that monkey, I'm good.
And clearly you ain't happy because you talking about half of it like it's just something to sneeze at.
You know what? I can't stand this.
Clearly.
But I'm being there, like, for real. If I'm happy at home, half the time I'm not gonna be out with y'all because y'all getting on my nerve. I'm trying to get back to what I'm trying to get back to.
That should be the case.
So you're gonna have a little bit of my time. I'm gonna shoot the shit. We're gonna have a couple drinks. And I'm then getting back home. But if I know if I'm coming home and coming in the door and I'm looking at you, you looking at me with that button on your head, and you up there with that movement with all them damn cuts and splits, and
she fried chicken for you that day.
Flour. You can't change to another one. Well, you don't have nothing else. If I make $100,000 a year, like you want,
you
me
should have bought her
some
sexy moves.
I'm just saying, and you looking at me, and there ain't no, hey baby, no nothing, no sexiness, no. I'm gonna stay my happy black ass out there.
Stay at the club.
Hello, why? Because I'm gonna see something I may not be able to touch, but I can see. I'm sorry, Marcus. Go right ahead.
So, Marcus, where are the men that are holding other men accountable?
We hold each other accountable all the time.
Do we? Do y'all? I'm not
Okay. Wait, before you go into that, am I right? You want to add anything to what I just said? Am I right on? Am I on point? What I say? I just want somebody to give me an amen section.
For sure.
Okay, I got it. Okay,
that goes back to being comfortable. Like the same way you got us, keep that same energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you just hear what the man with the beard said? The lustrous beard. He said, the beard has spoken. Sir, do you mind repeating that for the audience one more time?
The same way you got it. The same way you got to keep it.
So you're saying, Marcus, that if you are a man who's in tune with your woman and you're very happy with your woman, no matter what your friends are doing, you will not go along with them. You're going to always.
I'm on a straight path.
There you go.
And you know, and this is the thing. It sounds so nice to hear if people will say any damn thing when they have a mic in front of them. But the lies be lying, and I ain't gonna hold it back. Y'all, the lies be lying.
Because the only thing I'm thinking about is getting back to you. I done had a couple drinks. I'm ready.
That be the last.
And I'm 44. I know.
He lied. Y'all need to worship him.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
I know. At 44, I got a couple of drinks. By the time I get home, you got about 10 minutes fucking me until it's over. It's
I'm gonna add the Fully off at the Julio.
Hello. So you gotta get me at the door. So, you gotta be sexy at the door. I ain't got time for you to get out your moo and your dirty dang bonnet. By the time I'll be on the couch. I'll be on the couch.
See, so okay, so back to my question about why men aren't holding men accountable, because here's my thing is that a lot of men high five other men, especially the younger generation. Oh, you got your 2-3 girlfriends, high five little dude, or oh, you know what I mean? I seen this one, I seen that one. Like y'all high five each other a lot.
Is this a singing group high five? I like the way
y'all be high fiving each other, whereas. You know,
I have never high five Marcus a day in my life. We've been out several times. I ain't never. We've been out the bar many times. Have I ever high fived you?
Never.
Oh, high five. No, we have never done that.
Give me a high five. I've seen it. I'm just playing. But no, men are holding men accountable. Nobody is telling him and I will say her. Like a lot of times they say, well, y'all women are telling women that y'all don't need a man. Women are raising their girls to say that you need to make your own money. You don't need a man for this. You don't need a man for that. Women are telling women to always be prepared in case you don't have that type of support from a man. You can't allow yourself to succumb to someone who doesn't really want you and he's only using you or he's treating you bad and you're there because you don't have a choice. So a lot of times women are saying things like, make sure you get your own job, make sure you have your own career, make sure you have your own money, because we know that people out here will treat you badly and run you over. But it's never an attempt to just so that you can walk away from him and leave him at any given time. If he's doing you wrong, you can walk away. But I've never seen a woman tell a woman to leave a good man. I've never seen that. But it's the good man part that has to come. Nephew got his hands up, guys. Go on, tell me what you got. What you got, nephew? Tag you're in.
And I'm sure any other guy that's hearing that, I can't get down with your premise, because if anything, dudes today are more accountable or more critical of dudes today than they ever really been beforehand. Like back in the day, you could have a dude do some slime ball stuff and know damn well he did it. You gonna shut up. Today, there is no room for that. Especially if you're going back to a lot of dudes that's been raised by single mothers. That's why it comes as a slap in the face to a lot of dudes, because even in my own friend group, of homies I hang out with, we don't play that crap. But what you conflating is a single dude out being single. Yeah, you ain't got no responsibilities. You ain't trying to be responsible for nobody. It's a completely different thing if you trying to establish things and you lying. You feel me? Now you're not moving like a single individual. You moving like a liar, and you getting caught up. And a dude would be the first one to tell you, yo, homeboy, why y'all might think it's playing. That's us saying it without having to be aggressive with it. We gonna chop it up with you because you the boy. But why you tripping? What you got kids? Boy, you stupid. Like, you will do that in the ways that our friends can know how to be more accountable, or that we're holding them accountable. But another dude, if he don't play that, he ain't even got you in the group. He ain't even, if I'm finna tell you that, bro, I'm checking you to solve the issue. You feel me? So that's why a lot of dudes will hear that and be like, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I get you.
It's too many times. Even your daddy, when you younger, hold you accountable if he ain't like and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? You got a good father. He gonna hold you accountable for the smallest of stuff.
But
Just
what about the
imagine when
men
you get older?
But what about the men who aren't in their children's life? Are you, or maybe your friend group or other men saying, hey, dude, you got all these kids. Where are your kids at? Why you ain't taking care of your kids?
But this is
why aren't you X, Y, and Z? And
but
you got a good woman.
This is the thing right here is that, look, you're dealing with grown people.
Right.
You're grown. So therefore, I know my friend group. I know some of them ain't full of shit. I know some that's on their stuff. I know where they are, what categories they're in. If I see a friend that's jacking up, and I know you got a good thing, I feel obligated as being
as
home
you
say,
should.
bro, you
you
messing up. But if I know you on some slime ball stuff, that don't mean I gotta go along with you on that. You about homie, we could drink all day. They ain't got shit to do. A drink ain't got nothing to do with you going out and have a side piece. I'm gonna have a drink.
Right. You said something in categories. We have categories
man.
of friends. You have friends that you turn up with, friends that you go on trips with, and friends that you bring around your significant other. You go on couples trips and couples dates.
Do that.
You just have different categories. Each friend group has their
own category.
Right. So the friend group that you have, 2 of them that's married, 5 friends, 2 of them married, 3 of them single. So the 2 married ones, they bringing their wives to everything. The 3 single ones is interchangeable. So
but they're single though.
Right. They single though. But who's saying, hey guys, like this is a good woman. Why don't you go on and
we
do
are
X, Y, and
it.
Z? I ain't never heard you say no.
You ain't got to say that. You ain't
Me,
got to tell all my damn business, either, don't you? That's what you ain't gonna do.
I'm just saying. Folks be sitting up here with this microphone.
Okay, so if you want to talk, then let's talk about your friend group.
No, we ain't gonna talk about my friend group.
Yeah. Let's talk about your friend group.
Let's talk about your friend group. Let's talk about you want to talk about ours. Let's talk about the friend that is jealous of you, really envious of you. Low key, but ain't gonna say nothing, but she gonna tell you all the stuff that your man doing wrong.
Right.
Let's talk about your other friend. They really got a secret crush on your man, and up there every time you come about, they pow ass out everywhere. Let's talk about that friend.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the
part
friend
of the problem.
that is just basically all negative every day, negative, nasty all day long.
Yes.
So let's talk about them friends.
That's a part of the problem.
Or the whole friend that be on the trips.
Hello.
Trying to get you to do whole shit.
Whole shit. That friend that you, hey, this right here. You want another shot?
Marcus,
take another shot.
Marcus, that's the friend that be like, girl, them dudes over there want to buy us some drinks. Let's go.
Let's talk about that one. Let's talk about that one. Okay.
Now they exist.
So while you up and talking about my friends, let's talk about your friends.
As the wholesome member of the group that I am.
Oh hell. This shit here. The who member? Who?
Wholesome.
Wholesome.
The member of the group that says that's not right. Let's go and have Bible study instead.
I see what that bullshit.
Okay, where they at? Yo, like literally.
We're having Bible study,
and then like
in Panama.
You having it where? You having Bible study where?
In
man?
Panama. In the Panama Canal. Anyway. But no, all jokes aside, though, there is accountability in everything. And I do believe that we all have a part to play. We have the part to play, whether we're holding each other accountable or if we just being self-aware and being self-accountable. Like, I'm that person that will absolutely look at myself in the mirror and I will absolutely say whether I'm right or wrong, or whether I need to tighten up, get it together, do better, whatever the case is. Like, I hope that everybody has that moment in the mirror where they're having to take a real good look at themselves, because that's real.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought up that point. So we're gonna bring up the last point to talk about. How do you apologize, Mom?
Ooh.
How do you apologize?
That's good. That's good. Well, I think apology starts with owning whatever it is that you're apologizing for. You can't come in here and be like, oh, I just apologize. What you apologize for? What'd you do? because that changes exactly what is actually happening as opposed to just giving me a blanket statement, right?
Okay, so how do you apologize though?
I got a little bit loud with you at the cookout, and I know that was a bit embarrassing, and I honestly did not intend to make you look bad. That's something that I should have waited to talk to you about later. And honestly, I apologize because I don't ever want nobody to think that I disrespect you like that. I don't want you to feel disrespected, especially in front of other people. So, baby, I mean, that don't make whatever I was mad about change, but it does change the effect of how it took place. And I can understand why you're mad about that.
That was very detailed. That might be a real life situation.
It's a real life
We talking about the cookout, so you got loud at me. You got loud with me at a cookout with other folks.
And embarrassed.
And you
that
embarrassed
was
me?
embarrassing.
Fuck that. I don't give a damn about your apology.
So you gotta be willing to accept the apology. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you ain't gotta take it for the most part, take the disrespect, but you gotta understand that if somebody comes to you and they're very specific about knowing what they did wrong,
okay,
at least you knew. Because if you came to me and you just said, "Well, I'm sorry you felt that way," that's not an apology.
Okay, backhand.
That's backhand.
Right.
So, Marcus, what you think about her apology? You said it was detailed, but would you accept her apology at the end of the day?
Oh, baby, Marcus already accepted it. Baby, I'm on to making him a sandwich.
What? You better make a sandwich. Like, I got your sandwich.
Baby.
Okay, nephew, you accept the apology, man. She got loud with you at the cookout,
at the barbecue,
and embarrassed you
in front of your mama and
everybody.
Your favorite
I know my
cousin
mama calling like, what the hell? Who is that?
Your favorite cousin was there. Made you look real bad.
No,
you don't accept it.
I take, and I usually get past a lot of stuff, but I take that making a public scene thing serious. And if you're gonna do that it's one thing to do that around folks I don't even know. It's another thing to do that in front of folks
I do know,
and they know how I get down, and I gotta, in order to still hold you with some dignity, not get out of what I would normally do. And they know it. Nah, bro, don't put me in that predicament around folks I love.
I agree. That's totally off the Richter. Like,
yeah, I don't know how I would place it. I really don't.
Okay, so let's take away that particular scenario. What if it was just, you caught an attitude and we were at a concert, and then you ignored me for the rest of the concert? That's still
me ignoring you is the nice option. I could have.
Okay, I could have cut your ass out and embarrassed you in front of folks that you don't know.
Exactly. Like me, the ignoring part is your best case scenario.
Not the best case. What you think, Mark? I agree.
I agree
with that. Okay, everybody agree with it. That's your best case. If I'm quiet,
if you got mad about something small, and I'm gonna this is a scenario that actually happened with me. Say, for instance, okay, I went to the restroom and we didn't discuss what we was meeting up afterwards. So come from the restroom, I don't see you, you don't see me. Took about maybe 15 minutes before we found each other. Oh, I'm so angry with you because you weren't where I wanted you to be. And I'm like, you weren't where I wanted you to be. So now we both, just like, okay, I'm a little salty, but now you got an attitude for the rest of the evening.
But Mo, you gotta understand, he coming from protection standpoint. Like,
but does that allow you to have an attitude for the rest of the evening?
It does. Because you got me out here, damn.
Oh my God, you're toxic.
You got me up here sweating. I'm toxic.
But that means you want to fight over every little thing.
No, I want you to understand my stand. I want you to understand my standpoint. I want you to understand why I'm stepping.
So here's the thing.
And that's why I'm confused, because you brought the issue up.
That part.
So I'm not the one fighting with you. You're the one that brought an issue up to a place that we shouldn't have an issue at. And now I gotta stay composed while you get the liberty of doing what you want to do.
Because she want to dictate everything. She want to be able to dictate everything.
Want to live freely and be like, make my way downtown. I want to be happy.
My friend said, "Say it again, friend."
Making my way downtown. in the cool down. Right. I want to be like, you know.
She Terry Crews in the car.
What are you doing here, yo? And live and not have to worry about small things like that. Like to get angry over something small and minute, we have to check ourselves. There's accountability in that.
You know, it's
check
funny.
yourself on what makes you irritated.
You know what's funny? And me and Joe talked about this pre-show, and I was like, "What is the worst thing to hear from your significant other?" Just to hear. He said, "We got to talk." And then
absolutely.
And then mine's the corner of him was, "I got a question."
What's on?
What a third one? Where you at?
Where you at?
So there should be nothing.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You should not be afraid over any of those things. What is yours, Reese?
What is mine? Babe, what's wrong? Nothing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what you say. When they say nothing, I ain't even feeling it.
No.
Well, if somebody come to me and they say we gotta talk, I'm gonna be like, okay, what? If they say, you know, where you at, I'm gonna be like, where you at? What's wrong with you? Damn. I'm gonna try to fill out where they coming from. Just like, you know, it may be a little bit daunting to be like, okay, what they asking me this for? But for the most part, I'm gonna write it out and find out. I'm gonna try to get as much information out of you before I say anything.
Right. Don't text me worried talking about we gotta talk. I'm gonna text you, but you damn right we gotta talk. You gonna be worried just like I'm.
You know what? I'm gonna do that next time. That is what's up. I'm gonna do that next time. When they say that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Hey, gotta
you damn right. We got to talk about goddamn. Hell, what the hell you talking about? Yes, we are. We're gonna have a good talk.
What you got to say?
We're gonna have a really good talk up here in this mug. We're gonna keep it real greasy around here.
Yeah, because just think back to your point, y'all out and about, and you get that question. For a dude, that usually leads to, damn, I did something wrong. Something happened.
Right. Something.
And
she didn't found something. She didn't saw something.
Yeah. And if your dude really love you, instead of the first, it's really weird. Instead of first worrying about it, we really gonna try to be in fix it mode. So now I just need to know.
Exactly.
Right. I need to know how much you know, what you're coming from, so I can say, okay, what's my story gonna look like?
Man,
that's how y'all operate.
Yeah.
You know what?
Now I gotta fix it.
I think I just had an epiphany. Give them back that same energy. Give them back that same energy. We gotta talk. You damn right. We need to talk. What's wrong? Not a damn thing. What you think wrong?
Yeah,
that's
what you think wrong.
That's what I'm starting saying.
I just want y'all to know that's toxic.
So it's toxic when we do it.
It's
toxic when we do it. No. But it ain't toxic when she do it, right?
Playing mind games is toxic. If you're playing mind games.
Wait a minute. Who play mind games more than anybody but a woman?
No, we don't. Thanks. We do not. We are generally speaking. We are not manipulating nobody. We are literally speaking from our heart. We are asking for a little bit of reciprocity. I mean, come on, meet me halfway.
I'm not going to give you no 40 acres and a view. We're talking about relationship.
Hello. We reciprocity.
I don't give a damn music. I'm just saying. Marcus, what you think about what Mo said? Because you know you agree with the McDonald's thing. I remember stuff. I write it down. So what you think about what she just said now?
Let's repeat what you said.
He wasn't looking.
That whenever you try to play mind games, you're manipulative. Whenever you are really trying to just beat around the bush, you're actually operating in toxicity of that relationship instead of being open, honest, and straightforward. Honestly, you know, women, we do appreciate that. They say that we can't handle the truth, but we absolutely can. A little bit more than men. A little bit more than men, I will say. No. We handle the truth more than a man.
You all cannot handle the truth whatsoever.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
We can handle it.
That's how it sounds.
Things you all say to us, y'all wouldn't be able to handle.
My gosh.
Okay, give me an example.
Do we even have time for this shit? Like, really?
Where do I start?
We got some time.
You get on my nerves
That's one.
Why you
Oh,
can't?
I'm bothering you now.
Right. Why you can't do X, Y, and Z? Why don't you have any motivation?
Right. Well, I just need some space. I'm having a hard time right now. Oh, you tired of me?
I got a headache.
Well, okay. If you were to say something like, I need some space, then to give a little bit more context.
Space as in me time.
Right. Say that. But you gotta say a little bit more than that.
Okay,
You
that might
gotta
have been a little
say
vague.
more like, I don't know. I really can't speak on behalf of that because that's not something I would say. But
So what would you say, Mo?
I got a lot on my mind. I'm trying to sort some things out. I need to, pray about it. I always bring God in. Can't nobody argue with that. I gotta pray about it.
Why am I going? Why am I writing a Tyler Perry play?
You tell a woman you need to pray about it. She gonna be like, okay, let's go talk to God then. She gonna give you all the space you need.
No, that's not what you're gonna do, Mo. You gonna call me and say, this man told me he needs some time to himself. Guess what? We outside, friend.
He talking to God.
God, I'm a bad bitch.
Okay. He don't even know. He don't even know how many men we out here.
I am
like
not gonna hit the streets if my man said he talking to God. I am not gonna go to the streets. I'm gonna.
But why do I have to say that?
I'm gonna go cook him a steak while he talk to God.
Who said that you have to? Once you finish talking to God, you need a steak. Who said that?
At that point,
what we doing?
At that point, a woman more than likely is going to be like, oh, he's doing it the right way. But if he haul off and say something like, I just want some time to myself, she gonna be like, have all the time you need to yourself.
So you see what I'm saying? Manipulative.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Because I have to say it in a certain way for you to get it.
No, I got her theme music right here.
Be clear.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
I never said.
Thank you.
If he tell me he's talking to God, I am not gonna hit the street.
But why do I have to say that? Why if I'm not talking to God? I can't talk to God and I got a cigar in my hand and a brandy.
You can, but you right.
Who says?
But you're right. You don't have to say that. But I'm just simply saying, if you gave a little bit more context, it probably would go over better. Just like what y'all just said, is not what you say, it's how you say it.
Okay.
Then.
Let's be petty real quick. I don't know about you. Have you got any more details with that? I've always got. I need some time. That's all you. Did you get any more detail?
No.
Did you say you got to go talk to God, Moses? Anybody?
Well, most cases you don't even want to get the details.
That's what I'm saying. So have you got any more details with that? Nobody else got details, but I got to give you details so I can spend some time to myself.
Because you already know they expect us to read their mind off the top.
Off the rip. I guess the question is, are we really needing time to ourselves, or are we just wanting some time away from our partner?
What?
Let's
Girl,
be honest.
Time away from the partner
I still want to be married. I don't want to divorce you.
Things.
Like, God dang.
It's still a healthy part of the relationship, having time away from your partner.
Let's be honest, though, because sometimes you still want to be married, you still want your partner, but you still want to go out and have fun at the club, or you want to be able to look.
It might not even be
I
that.
want to look nice.
Thank you.
Just
whatever.
You just want time to yourself.
But y'all ain't being by yourself.
Wait.
I be calling out the lies. Like I said, baby, they would say anything in front of these microphones. Yeah. Be all at the karaoke night singing to the oldies, talking about some you want some time to yourself. I can't tell.
Brother,
Why we can't? Okay, so when you need time to yourself,
what's that? What's that, brother?
If I say that, I'm probably going to karaoke.
Why I can't go to karaoke?
That's not time to myself, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm lying if I tell my partner, I just need some time to myself.
Okay, so that's you.
Well,
that's your
really, I'm hitting the street.
Right, she telling her story.
Her story.
I'm being honest.
Us, we might want to hit the gym or go to the sports bar, watch the game.
If that's the case,
you don't
I'm
watch.
You might have a game on your hands and just want to take his frustration out on the game.
But
2K.
I'm just
There
saying.
you go.
If I say that, or if you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna hit the gym," or "I'm going to the sports bar," that's not the same as time to myself. You can say, "Oh, just
How is that not time to myself, Mo?
it's not."
That doesn't include. See, y'all have a problem with stuff
It's
that does
time
not
to
include
yourself
you.
regarding your partner.
Hello.
Time without your
Okay,
partner.
so I need some time away from you.
I can't tell you that.
But if you
That's-
say that,
you don't
y'all
love
get
me
the
no
one.
more.
Exactly.
You don't want me no more.
I'm still hearing the same thing when you say time to yourself. So what's the
Shit.
Well, basically, y'all hear what y'all want
I'm
to hear.
like,
So it
girl,
don't
he
matter.
just told me he don't love me. He don't want to be with me no more. He don't even like our kids.
Nobody said that shit. Nobody said
That's what I
that.
heard. That's what I heard. So
Playing a whole story.
You
of
gonna
dialogue
bring the
y'all
whole-
hear.
you
might
gonna bring the
wanna say
kids
exactly
into it.
what it is.
You bringing the kids
'cause
into it.
what I heard is different.
And that's the reason why Anthony Edwards said, get them kids, man. That's just exactly what you just said.
And when that baby grow up and she be like, you know, I talked to him and I asked him straight up to his face why he didn't want it to be in my life. And he
Because he
told
said
me
he need time to himself.
Your mama decided to have you, and he didn't want her to have you.
Where's these voices come from? Where
Your mama said this. Your mama.
What? Did anybody know she sound like this? Did anybody get this?
Nah, I love
I've
it.
known her for a minute, like years. I've never heard nothing like that come out of her. That's like like really, what is that?
I think the alcohol talking.
Oh, I think
but
so.
No, I'm just saying it's a cop
Yeah.
out that
What-
men give.
What's the name of the alcohol again?
Straight shooter.
Straight
Straight
shooter.
The straight shooter.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, Marcus, let me ask you this: what does your apology sound like? So we can end the segment out. Give me your best apology.
I would like to
And
know.
use Mo's man. Look at Mo. She going.
I would
You,
like to know.
use her scenario at the cookout. You went off on her at the cookout. How about that? How about that? How about we switch roles?
That's
You know what I mean?
I like what
You know what I mean?
Because nobody likes to be embarrassed at the cookout. Let's be clear.
Well, shit, you literally did it. You did it.
I
You ain't think about this shit. You ain't think about
anyway,
it.
but
Okay.
nobody likes it.
Whatever.
My apology will start off with first and foremost, I want to apologize for going off at you at the cookout. I really hope you can accept my apology and moving forward, it wouldn't happen again. That's pretty much it.
Now,
Oh, shit,
how
it's a-
basic was that? My apology was much more detailed, a little bit more heartfelt, and it gave a little bit more. I'm willing to get down for it. My apology was greater. I'm just,
Well, I apologize and I tell you wouldn't
and
happen
then he
again.
basically said, "I hope you can accept it," but it was more like, "If you don't, that's on you." That's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard. I hope you can accept it, but if you don't, this is all I got. Sorry.
Hey, y'all heard this
If you
first.
don't
Y'all
accept
hear
this apology,
Y'all
that's
hear what
on
we got
you.
going on here, right? That was the apology.
If you don't accept this apology, that's on you.
Okay, this is what you want. Mo, this is what you want right here. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. Please forgive me. I never meant that. Hey, say them words to me. I'm the bitch. I'm on it. I'm everything I said you are. You ain't never been that to me, baby. Yeah, but that's what you want. Is that,
No,
is
that's
that
not
what you
what I
want?
want.
I'm just asking.
You don't want mine.
No, you gonna end the segment. What?
Come
Give
on,
me your
come
best
on, nephew.
apology.
Give me
Come
your
on,
best
nephew.
apology.
Come on now.
Baby, why you made me do that? Like if you would have just chilled out, like I told you, I ain't even on that type of time, bro. You made me
Why
do
you
that
make me do that?
Why you made me do that to you?
because you know I love you, girl, bro. You my world. You got gaslight a little bit. And then
Boy, I tell you, the gaslighting and the YN lingo.
Hey, and then end it off
with that little pretty bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right, baby. I was tripping.
And then hey, and then put that stamp on there, man. Say, now go and get in that sexy movement. Come on.
Oh, you know,
You know.
you know I'm play about you.
Negative.
Hold on, you gotta get aggressive for the toxin type.
Yeah, no, right there. Right there. Get your ass up. Get your ass in that damn moo and
Oh,
come
now
here
you
real
want
quick.
the moo-moo.
Get your ass in that damn moo and come here with that damn bonnet don't smell like bacon.
Get the stocking cap with the hole in it.
Get that
the
damn
stocking cap with
bonnet
the
that
hole in
smell
it,
like
girl.
bacon
Get
and
some
shit.
juice.
Bring your ass over here. I'm gonna make a BLT out your ass. 2.5 seconds. I got you, man. That's what you got to do right there. Right?
Hey,
Okay, Mo, you gonna take that apology? Yeah. Hey,
He say it work every time. You
it
feel
works
me?
every time, I do.
It work every time. That's it
So,
right there.
so what I gather is everybody in
What
this
she gather?
room is toxic. AF.
See, I made her lose herself.
Y'all toxic people, I tell you.
But you like that BLT shit, didn't you? Yeah.
I don't even eat bacon, but yeah, go ahead and make a BLT out of me. Go ahead and make a BLT out of
You see
me.
what I did?
Baby, I'm vegan, but okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Man. I made her convert them damn pork again. I'm something else, goddamn.
But you see how the difference from the lady's apology to the toxic male form of it. That's
Why we gotta be
basically
toxic?
gaslighting and a little bit of foolery, and then it still ends with what you want in the end.
Yeah, that thing, that monkey.
Don't be mad because we got variety.
See, all I'm saying, y'all toxic. That's
Yeah,
all
but
I'm
the apology means nothing unless you got actions behind it. So if
Ooh.
we incorporate our
saying.
actions,
There you go.
then
There you go. So
you
that
cooking.
means that you won't get an opportunity to prove yourself again to the next cookout.
Right.
But I think it should go every day. Like, first of all, if a person is getting loud with you, whether it's in front of people, they didn't just do that at the cookout. They did that before. So that's something that you probably already knew about this person, that they don't mind getting loud, they don't mind acting a fool, they don't mind coming out. You know, they don't mind.
Well, I guess that brings up the next topic because it always happens, friend. It happens that way. We find our next topic during the show. Respect levels.
Ooh.
Respect. What does that mean? How does that look? So the next one is going to be respect levels.
Respect levels. I love that because I think that that's way up there. A lot of people don't realize what all that entails. So we can break it
Absolutely.
down and talk
We can
about
break it
that
down
a
and
little
talk
bit in
about
our
it.
next topic.
Because you
But-
going to cuss me out to cook. I guarantee you going to walk out that mug wearing some barbecue sauce. I ain't going to lie to you. on that one. Y'all ain't going to lie.
So,
We're gonna have some rough time.
is it safe to say that you have to get even? You don't believe in letting things go? You have to have.
You gonna
separation.
cuss me out in front of my mama? You gonna cuss me out in front of Gullah May? I got you. I promise you.
Not in front of Medea.
Right?
Hello.
Like, okay,
Your
we're
wig
go
gonna be
into it.
twisted,
We're gonna
cut
go
up,
into it,
messed
but I-
up, jacked up, put in the pool, everything.
Lord have mercy. Don't mess around with toxic folks, baby. They live for the retaliation.
Well,
but
Marcus
sometimes you got to go tit for tat.
Hello.
If there are
Disagree.
instances where you apologize numerous times, you keep doing the same thing over and over, sometimes they got to show you.
Now that may be some truth to that. I get where you're coming from, Marcus. I appreciate you coming on the show today. I definitely got to make sure you come back. I hope that you will. Do you would ever come back to us?
I
Okay.
definitely be a guest.
I would
Yeah, when
definitely
these
hope.
drinks we got, I mean, my gosh, I need to go to Pizza Hut or something.
Get the name of the drink again. Get the name of the drink.
Today's drink was called the Straight Shooter. For those of you all who want to know the ingredients, come to the page, the Thursday Mix. You can always check us out at the Thursday Mix. You can always check us out at JLS, also at Reese's platform, Sheet Black.
Oh,
I was trying to say platform. Blame the straight shooter. But you can check us out at all of the platforms, guys. Definitely come check us out. But you will see the ingredients. Today's drink was called the Straight Shooter. It is made with vodka, simple syrup, lime juice, a little bit of lemonade, and you can garnish it with whatever you like. Mint, lemon, lime, whatever you want to put on that thing. It's definitely going to be a straight shooter all day. So
thanks. And yo, go on and check us out, Marcus. Tell the folks what you want them to know about you.
yes,
Go ahead and put your social
please
media
follow
out there
Marcus.
again, and let's go.
Once again, you can find me at Styles by Marcus Lau on Instagram, Facebook, Marcus Lau, and just hit me up for all your fashion needs.
Yeah. We were so happy to have him in the building. Thank you, man, for short notice. Really coming on with us. We
Thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having me.
Yeah, I hope you had a good time as well as and all this toxic stuff going on over there.
Hey, we got to be
Yeah,
I
accountable.
really enjoy myself.
One thing I'll end by saying is that we got to be accountable, y'all. It goes from self-accountability, being self-aware 100%, knowing the part you play, whether you were the person that was hurt or you were the person that was doing the hurting. Understand that we all have a part to play. Fix yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Say, you know what? These are some of the things I could have done differently in that situation. If I was the person that was hurt, and I've been there before, I've been able to tell myself, I've done wrong. I did myself wrong by allowing it to happen. So let's not allow that to be the case going forward, right? We all have a part to play. Also, let's hold each other accountable. Let's make sure that we're looking out for our people who are either not as experienced as us, young bucks, whoever the case is. Sometimes our older people, they've been there before, but they get amnesia, right? Let's make sure we step in to let them know when right and wrong is the factor, right? When you right, you right. When you wrong, big dog. I'm gonna tell you. I love you, friend, but you ain't right.
That part.
So let's make sure that we holding each other accountable. And don't be that person in the friend group high-fiving your person when they out there in the streets. Don't do it.
Man, we out. It's your favorite co-host. My favorite hostess over here with the most. You dig? I'm talking about Mo. Thank you to our guest, DeMarcus Live.
Check us out next Thursday, guys. This Thursday mix.